Y'all, bail was denied. Judge Aaron said, "You better get out of here with this mess." And when I tell you he read, did he fulfilled in this new 11-page bail denial? Baby, he read, did he fulfilled? Y'all, how y'all doing today? Well, baby, if you are the rats and roaches in Sean Diddy Combs jail cell, I know y'all just started crying tears of pain that that mofo was not getting out any earlier, despite having the president of the US trying to put his finger on the scale, despite, according to the Rolling Stones, actively trying to buy his way to freedom because large amounts of money have exchanged ties between Diddy's camp and the president's camp. Despite all that, Judge Aaron is taking Maureen Comey's advice and he is doing what he always has done. He is operating without fear or favor. And he's also he's also letting us know that at the end of the day, Diddy,
Present,
what are you
and
even
no
talking
longer has a
about? He
voice who
looked
will
at Mark
pursue
Emilio
justice
and
for
be
her
like,
accusation.
y'all just be saying words.
As of the
Stop
taken against
talking.
Diddy,
Stop
no
talking.
expansion of the
Mark
investigation,
Emilio, you're just saying
no
words.
isolation orders,
Listen now.
no
Let's
equipment
get into
access,
this.
no
Because,
suspension
baby,
of
you
attorney
cannot make this
communication.
up. And when I say I love to see it, baby, we love to see it. Let's get into this. Okay, so where do we start? This is like Christmas in July, literally. Okay, here we go. First of all, Judge Aaron said from the start it's denied, but for a number of reasons. He said, first of all, your motion is untimely and is procedurally deficient. It's procedurally deficient. Now here, keep in mind motions like this. This motion was filed 27 days after the ruling exceeding the 14-day limit under Local Rule 49. Again, didn't even try to meet the required standard. The judge said, you guys, this fail even address the proper standard for a motion for reconsideration. Let him alone meet it. Now, why would a team of skilled lawyers, the demon team of 10 lawyers, file a motion 27 days after ruling? Well, I have my own thing. I don't think it's because they didn't know about the deadline. I think it's honestly because they're trying to put anything out in the media that Trump's team can grab onto and use as a reason for a mistrial. Now, keep in mind when it comes to Trump's team, okay, Diddy is actively, according to the Rolling Stones, trying to buy his way out of this. Money is already being it's already being exchanged. So again, they're not they're not going for anything. They just want a headline that the dummies in the back can be like, "Oh, well they filed the motion and now it's unconstitutional." Man, shut up. Anyway, let's keep going. All right. The judge points out there is no new legal or factual basis for reconsideration. They said there's no intervening change in the controlling law. There is no new evidence. There is no clear error and no manifest injustice. They even cited Virgin Atlantic Airways versus National Mediation, saying a motion for reconsideration. Ragnapelio is not intended as a vehicle for relitigating old issues or otherwise taking a second bite of the apple. But again, why are they putting this out here, you guys? Because it's not for the law and the rule. This is for Trump's people to open up a road that they can create reasonable doubt, and the same doubt that the people are like, well, I don't really see Rico. I don't see the violence. When we had a video of her being dragged back, but it doesn't matter. Okay. He also said that the mandatory detention applies and that is it there. He's not even taking it back. He said he quoted Congress and he said that Congress said the mandatory detention applies to any felony under Chapter 11. That is the man. It's an automatic uh, uh, it's automatically required that you stay in jail. Now, he did say again, if there are exceptional circumstances, maybe you could get out. But he got up and he said, baby, those exceptional circumstances, get the hell out of here. Ain't nobody coming to hear you sing, Otis. There's nothing exceptional about you. He flatly rejected that. He said the defendant spills much ink, but his arguments are baseless, misleading, and run counter to the clear intent expressed by Congress. Now listen, he dragged him on that one. He basically said, you talking so much, you using a lot of words, Mark Anelio, but you ain't saying it. He said, a criminal conviction, even one the defendant suggests, is novel, is a far cry from the types of exceptional reasons that are cited. Prior similar cases involved less violent, less persistent, and more cooperative defendant. What do we mean by more cooperative? Y'all remember that hidden cell phone? The feds raided Diddy's thing and say, yo, if you got any other evidence, electronic devices or whatever, you need to pass those along under this search warrant and court order. Diddy found the cell phone. He did not give it up. He called KK and said, yo, I think I got some evidence, right? The evidence turned out to be a nothing burger to help Diddy. But the whole thing is the feds were like,
present,
yo, give
and
us
no
a cell
longer has a
phone.
voice
Diddy
who will
refused to
pursue
get the cell
justice for her
phone. He cited
accusation.
employee-client privilege.
As
He
of the
cited
Aiken
this.
against
He
Diddy,
cited that.
no
At the end
expansion of the
day,
investigation,
the judge had to give an
no
actual
isolation
order that he
orders,
hand the phone
no
over.
equipment
Again,
access,
Diddy
no
has been
suspension
trying
of
to not
attorney
cooperate
communication.
with the court as much as possible. Okay, again, these similar cases that Mark Aurelio is showing involve less violent, less persistent, and more cooperative defendants. And get this, he also said, Diddy, we don't care how uncomfortable you are in the MDC. Those conditions do not justify release. Again, the fact that Judge Aaron said, I looked into it, and staffing and medical care improvements at NDFC have gone so much more since that January 2024 Chabas decision have increased greatly. They said the MDC has been very responsive to us. The MDC gave us good access to
present, and no longer has a voice who will pursue justice.